And welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival. This is the Project Eden and Dead is Dead series, and we are still alive. We are now getting back into the survival game. The last, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes that I've done have actually been in creative mode as we worked on upgrading and modifying the horizon to our liking. And the horizon is not going to fit down here, of course. But what the main goal for this episode is going to be, though, is to get it spawned in. And I need to kind of get my bearings as to, you know, where we are with everything. That's not what I wanted to do. So let's look at something here. I want to take a look at warp shuttle inventory. So we got fuel, because we're probably going to take, we're probably not going to use the warp shuttle at all anymore. So we've got some bullets and extra stuff there. I'll probably keep it, but I'll probably just kind of park it in the corner down here. Okay, so where's the stingray? Oh, it's up on top there. Okay. So I think what we're going to do, you guys, is I think we're going to spawn in the horizon in space and then bring it down to the planet. Because if I try and spawn it down here, I'm going to have to build an enormous pad. I mean, a pad that's even bigger than what the actual ship itself is going to need, because you have to make the pad large enough for the green, you know, bound box that's over it. So I think I'd rather spawn it in space and then fly it down here and then, you know, figure out a parking solution that will work that doesn't necessarily require a huge, ginormous landing pad. And we might still have to do that anyway, but we'll have to wait and see. So I just want to see kind of what we're doing. Okay, so we're making a bunch of fuel there. Goodness, we're making a whole bunch of fuel. Okay. It's actually been quite some time since I played in survival mode. Like several weeks. Because I was going on a business trip and other stuff going on in real life. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. We got lots of pentaxid in there. That's right. Oh my god. We got a bunch of Neo too. This is the input. So yeah, we must have done some mining on the moon, because we got quite a bit of promethium in there. And all right, cool. So how are we doing on food? Let's that's our input. Oh, look at all the rations we're making. That's awesome. You guys are in the process of making rations. Okay, good. We have rations in our own inventory, plus I've got some Cliff Bars here too, which we can eat to top off our food. Looks like we're just a little bit damaged. Not sure why. So okay, so everything's going the way it should down here. It's just me that I'm trying to figure stuff out. Okay, so we got some capacitors here. We did have a we had a deconstructor in this corner, but I ended up taking it up because it was taking too much CPU. Oh, that's right. We've got a CPU issue. Not a terrible one, but we are in trouble. One of the things that we're going to really have to start focusing on here in the survival game is we're going to have to start working towards tier 3 CPU, both for the sake of the base and, you know, and for the capital vessel. Because once we get to tier 3, you know, we can bring the chisel in. But, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll be so happy with the horizon that we won't even bother with the chisel. Because the chisel is the same thing as the horizon in terms of the fact that it was just a prefab ship that I modified. So it's not something that we absolutely have to have. We'll just see how the horizon does, though, and go from there. Okay, so how are you doing, little fella, with fuel and stuff? So let's go to the Stingray. We've got 277 fuel packs. Some extra oxygen, plus I have oxygen in my thing there, so we got plenty of ammo and some meds and stuff to fridge. Yeah, okay, I think we're good to go. I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. We need fuel to fly the ship back to us. And that's probably enough, but let's go ahead and grab the big fuel. General storage. We got little fuels in there. Let's grab a stack of O2 also. What's overflow have in it? Overflow 2, overflow 3. Okay, that's all the fuel we have. That's not a ton, so you know what I think we'll do? I mean, we're in the process of making it, of course. But what I think we'll do is... deconstructor box, emergency... Let's just take these little fuels with us also, just so we have enough. And we'll give the base a chance to make more of the bigger ones. Oh, we're going to want pentaxid also, which we do have lots of that. Yeah, we should have room to take some of this with us. Can we take up to 4 stacks? Yeah, we can actually. Let's take 6 stacks then. Okay, that'll be good enough. So that way we can, you know, as soon as we spawn it in, we can get the shield going. Okay, let's go, you guys. Liftoff. We have liftoff. Oh, you know what I didn't check is when our next attack is supposed to take place. I don't even remember the last time we were attacked. Oh, that's the Talon. I was looking at Talon. I'm going, how come that's all 0? Okay, less than 3 days. 50% probability, but they damn near come every time, and they get their ass handed to them when they do. I need to check my towers too, and just make sure there's probably a little bit of damage on some of those, but we'll take care of that later. Right now, we're all about getting our capital ship. That's what we're doing. Here we go. Now, I'm going to need to do some work on the Stingray too. I'll probably just do all that off camera because I've been doing a lot of shipbuilding episodes. We need to get into the fun stuff. Not that that's not fun, but too much of a good thing, you know? But I do need to work on the Stingray a little bit and make it a pure fighter because it still has some things on it right now that it no longer needs. For example, let's just look at that really quick. We'll roll everything. Well, no, let's leave it this way. We don't strictly need a constructor on this ship. And it does use 2000 CPU. So we could probably take that off. I want all the thrusters. We need detector and wireless connection. Our fridge uses 30 CPU. We got 4 fuel tanks, O2 station, O2 tank. Now we could... See, that stuff doesn't use very much CPU, though. I mean, I know it all adds up, but... it doesn't use a ton. Spotlight, warp, and taxi tank. See, this... yeah, that uses 200. We don't need the pentaxid tank for sure anymore. And we don't strictly need the constructor, but I don't know, maybe we'll keep it on there because the good thing about having a constructor is if you get in a pinch, you know, you can use it to make fuel, that sort of thing. We definitely don't need, though, the pentaxid tank any longer, for sure. And that'll give us 200 CPU back. What was this again? Wow, that is a lot of CPU, though. 2,000 CPU. You know, we better take that off of there and just make sure we always have enough fuel. Because this is going to be a short-range fighter vessel now. That's all it's going to do. It's going to be carried around by the capital ship. We're going to fly to our target or close to our target, you know, when we use this. And it just, you know, we just don't need that. That is a lot of CPU that we would get back. Particularly if we look at our weapons for a minute. So yeah, so I mean we could potentially get 3 more Gatlings if we take the pentaxid tank off, which we definitely will, and the thingamadoodle. We could put 3 more Gatlings on here, or we could put about 2 more rocket launchers on ish. Definitely 1 more. So we're gonna do that, but like I said, we got a little sidetracked there. That's not what we're going to do right now. Right now, we're all about getting our capital vessel in. Okay, so let's level out right about here. to a complete stop. All right. Oh, we are like really low on O2. Where the hell is the O2 station on this ship? We do have one, right? Says it's right here. Okay, let's take that off. That's the fridge. Did I not leave a way for me to access the O2 station? Okay, we're gonna have to fix that too. Oh my goodness. I can almost... Oh, I can hit it right... Wait, that's it? That whole thing is an O2 station? Oh, I guess it is. Did they change the way that thing looks? Why is that so weird looking? I'm pulling it up for a minute to look at it. They did! Wow! Yeah, as you can tell, it's been a while since I've played. Oh my god. That was so throwing me off. I'm going, what the hell? Okay. So yeah, let's pop that there. And I guess we need to fill it up if we're going to use it, right? So let's get back in here for a second. Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a while, guys, since I've played, if that wasn't obvious, right? Let's go to the Stingray and to oxygen. We'll fill that up there. It's funny because the icon for this is still the old icon. Okay, now, I guess I'm just going to leave that exposed for now, but we'll put a block in there to, you know, to cover it up later. Okay, let's get down to business here. I know I get sidetracked easy, don't I? I get sidetracked easy. So let's face this direction. Now, we're going to admin spawn this in because that was the deal all along, just in case you guys are wondering what the hell I'm doing here. So we want to do SBP, and then we're going to go F2. We're going to go capital vessel, and we're going to do... Can I delete that? Yeah, let's just delete this one. I don't even remember what that one's for. And spawn a doodle. There she is. There she is, guys. I made one more change after I left you in the last episode. I added another gun. And it knocked us down to 99% CPU. That's more than acceptable for a third gun. Because what I was going to do is I was going to take this one back off and move it back, but then I got to thinking, well, what if we put a third gun on here? You know, this is just for drone defense, of course. It's not... We're not going to be taking on any bases or other capital vessels, enemy capital vessels with it, but for drone defense, 3 miniguns is pretty good. We don't have any on the bottom, of course, so we'll have to just roll the ship to get them in range when necessary, but that's the way it goes. This is a very, very tight ship in terms of space, and, you know, the amount of stuff that we fit on here. The only thing that it does not have, if you didn't watch the last episode, is it doesn't have a gravity generator. I just could not find a place to put it that didn't look stupid. And, you know, time will tell as to whether or not that's going to be a pain in the butt. You know what else we could do? We could put another small thruster down in this corner too, just so it looks cool. How much CPU do the small thrusters use? So that would add another 16,000 CPU if we put 2 more small thrusters on, which would bring this up to about 518,000. And depending upon how these percentages are figured, that would drop us down probably 1 to 2, maybe even 3 points. I don't know. All right, well, let's not worry about that right now. Okay, so first thing we want to do is let's go ahead and dock the Stingray. Got to get her lined up just right. And we don't want her all the way forward because we need a little bit of room to get up the elevator. Might not be quite enough room now. So here's what I think I'll do. I think I'm going to use the edge of the Gatlings on this line here kind of as my guide. So maybe right about there. We want to make sure it's straight. There we go. That works. A little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's workable. Okay, cool. Man, it really does suck that we don't have a gravity generator on here. But we'll just have to float through the ship. I mean, you know, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. So let's get up to the bridge here, and we'll get in the captain's chair. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pull... let's put that back in the Stingray. And we will change this to the Horizon, this to the Stingray. And then we want to access the fuel tank. So that gets us up to 36%. And we'll put... I don't know, let's take... we'll keep 200 little fuels in there, and we'll put those in there too. Okay, that's pretty good on fuel. All right, let's load up the Pentaxa tank. So that gets us about 2/3 of the way there, which is not bad. And we will load up the oxygen. Cool. Okay, now for the Horizon, our main controller is the ammo controller. This is the one that has all the extensions. We have one ore controller with no extensions, but the idea behind this is if at some point we start to do some asteroid mining, you know, we'll just fill this up and then we'll transfer over to the ammo controller, which is our main controller. Okay, so let's put... I'm probably going to have to just make some ammo. I want to keep this ammo in the... Well, you know what we could do? Let's just put these in here. But I'll make some more 50 mil bullets for the Stingray. Okay, so I was gonna do something else. What was it? We're in the ammo controller here. Oh, I was gonna put the extra O2 in there. That's what I was gonna do. Okay, so let's go ahead and pressurize the cabin and start up the shield. And we're good to go. Look at that, you guys. Let's scroll out just a little bit there. We finally have a real capital vessel. Warp shuttle's fine, but now we got a real capital vessel. It's a small one. It's compact. It doesn't have a frickin' grav generator, but hey, for what it is, it's not bad. And I think it looks really cool. I love the look of this ship. Combat steel, shield, hull shield generator, which is the biggest thing. And it can fit both the Stingray and the camo miner inside and protect those vessels inside with, you know, with its own shield generator. Okay, let's head back down to the planet. I have no idea where I'm at. Hopefully we're not too terribly far away. I would be curious to add a couple more small thrusters on the back and just see, you know, how much of a difference that actually makes. Okay, we're not too terribly far away from the base. It's just over this way. That's what she looks like in the daylight. Of course, it's kind of a crappy day out, but we've only seen her in space so far. So now the question's going to be, where in the hell are we going to park this thing? It's a nice problem to have, though. It's a nice problem to have. You know what we should probably do is we should probably load up our guns. So they're already set to NPC. I'm not going to even have enough ammo to load all of them, but we'll take care of that when we get back to the base. But I want to get them loaded now in case, you know, we run into drones or something. Oops. Okay, so that only took 388. Nice. Okay, so that's done. She handles like a capital ship. Which is to say, not too bad, really. Got pretty decent turning. Pretty good strafing for a capital vessel. Pitch is not as nice as I'd like it to be, but it's not terrible. We can work with it. Lift is not super good, but it's, you know, it works. It works. Okay, so one of the things that I have had in mind, learn how to talk, all along with this location is, you know, depending upon the size of our capital vessel that we eventually brought in, we've got a couple of, you know, kind of like buttes off that direction, and I was thinking, you know, if we had to, we could maybe make a platform there to park something like this. So really because what I don't want to do is I don't want to destroy any of the large rainforest trees. That's kind of the charm of this location. So if we're going to be able to get this thing parked down here at all, it's going to have to be without destroying the trees. And we might not be able to pull that off. I don't know. Let's just see how things look. So we got kind of an openish area right about here. Man, I wish the weather wasn't all screwed up right now. I know I could run the clear command. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do it. I wouldn't normally do this in the survival Let's Play, but weather off, I think, right? Yeah. There we go. I'm just going to do it this one time so we can see better what the hell's going on. Well, we're doing it for the trees, man. We're doing it for the trees. Cool. Okay, anyway, enough screwing around. Can we land in this little clearing without taking out the trees? I think we can do this, you guys. I think we can. Oh yeah, we can definitely do this. Nice. Okay, so if we come down here, do we want to create like a landing pad in this location? Because that's right next to the entrance to our bunker. Okay, so that's an option. The other thing we could look at doing, we've got a little bit of a clearing over here too. And if we have to, we can cut down the smaller trees. I just don't want to cut down the big rainforest trees is all. There's a little bit of room over here too. So that's a parking spot. And then we can make like a little walkway or whatever to the base. Remember, the base is ultimately going to be a tower, though. I kind of like that. All right, what about over here? Let's straighten up. See, this gets us right next to the base here. It's a little tight, but Yeah, see, I like that. I like that. And we only have to make a landing pad that's big enough for the, for the landing gears themselves, as opposed to, having to make one that would have been big enough for the whole bound box. So I think this is our parking spot, you guys. I think this is our parking spot. We're gonna make. I am gonna make a pad for it, but like I said, just big enough for the landing gears. And maybe a little bit of room in back for the hover vessel to disembark. The question though now is, do I want, because the land kind of slants up to the left of my current angle, I almost wonder if we should bring the ship in the other way so that the ramp is going down on the incline. Here comes the bad weather again. Shield's fully charged. Okay. Yeah, I like this idea. The nose does kind of get into the trees there. That's the only downside to it, though. We've got a lot of room, though. I mean, we don't need that large of a pad if you see where the landing gears are. Okay, let's go ahead and land. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn the thrusters off to save fuel. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to kind of, mark where the thrusters are. Or not the thrusters, the landing gears are. So we can kind of get an idea of what we want to do with the pad. Now, one thing we could do is we could go ahead and just extend the pad right from here. And if we do that, that might give us enough room if we turn it back the other way so that the nose of our ship isn't like stuck in that tree there, and still have enough room, for the hover vessel to unload, load and unload. It looks to me like if we just stay with the same width of this, that might do the trick. I kind of don't want to go off into that direction just because I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to change things with the tower itself. So yeah, I think that's what we're looking at. What do I have for blocks? Let's also go to the base output and put some more fuel on the capital vessel there. Okay, so I've got normal concrete blocks. This is armored concrete. I think we're making stuff out of armor now, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, so I have 48 armored there. Do I have any anywhere else? General storage. If nothing else, I can make it out of normals and then just upgrade them. Oh, there's a bunch of armored right there. Okay. Well, no, we don't want to do that. We just want to connect to it. That's probably not enough, but we'll see. Let's do base output. We'll move these. Oh no, the output's like really full, isn't it? Okay, let's move these over to here then. Oh, that's really full too. Oh, geez. Okay, well, we'll start by connecting to overflow. So base overflow. Did we look in 2 and 3? Oh, yeah, there's some in 2. Is there some in 3 also? Oh, man, we got all kinds of armored concrete. I guess I had to spread it out. That's another reason why we got to get into Tier 3 CPU, guys, so I can actually get some storage going. You know, like an actual controller with extensions. So many things to do. Okay, so let's connect to Overflow 3. And I guess what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to... I'm going to probably have to clear some of these ferns and stuff out of the way, because otherwise they'll glitch to the blocks. So we could probably do that by getting this guy out and just do like a little bit of a flat thingy like that. See, I don't want to ruin the foliage here, though. Most of that will be covered by the blocks. Okay, let's see what happens with that. This we're going to have to use a chainsaw on. Is this little tree beyond the edge of this? Yeah, it is. Okay. There's another one right here, though, that we're going to have to get rid of. So these ferns here might end up being a problem, too. Let's just do this. Yeah, I don't like that. Just don't like that. Do I have a tent in the base? General storage. I do. A tent is a little bit less destructive for clearing ground than using the thingamadoodle. Where the hell did it go? Overflow 3 is what we're connected to. There we go. Okay, I think that works. I think that works. Don't like that little hole there, but it is what it is. Okay, so can we get the rest of these blocks in and then lift the ship up and slide it over just enough to get the landing gears on the pad, and then we'll finish the pad the rest of the way. Okay, so let's try that. Get a little bit of drone action going on here. And we're going to need to do some supports down here. It didn't quite fill in down there, did it? Let's just do one more for good measure. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to actually move the ship over a little bit. I don't know if the game will let me glitch the blocks in the ship, or if it does, if that would cause a problem. So let's not take any chances. move it all the way over here temporarily. Okay, turn the thrusters off. There we go. Oh, we got Spideys. Stupid spiders. Is it just him? Where are we going? This way. Oh shit, there's another one. Leave me alone, spiders. Whoa. Almost fell in a hole. Getting lost in my own, at my own base. It's a thick jungle out there, man. Thumpity, 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 thump. We lost our connection. Okay, we still have 245 armoreds in there. That spider can't bite me now, can he? I don't think so. Alright, let's see here. I want to... Let's run one thing that way. That should be good enough. I don't think we need to go any more than that. Okay. Let's come out a little bit more. Oh. Did I bury that spider? No. Let's come out, I don't know, say 4 more blocks. And then we'll go get the ship and park it and see what it looks like. There we go. Yeah, I'm not worried about that crack. Okay, excuse me. Let's go get our capital ship. And we'll park it on the pad, and then we'll just, you know, see how our spacing looks. Hungry. Right. Get her lined up here. this way just a little bit. Yeah, that was too much. Way right about there. Okay, we have to go back about that far to get the front landing pad down. Which doesn't really give us a whole lot of room. For the hover vessel. Like I said, I don't really want to park the nose in the trees. So that means we either have to extend the pad more forward to my left, or we have to extend it further back. I mean, we don't have to, but here, let's back up to where it's kind of more in the center. Yeah, see, that gets the aft end right into the trees there, which isn't really ideal, particularly if we wanted to, you know, take off in the small vessel. Let's get out and take a look at it this way. The other thing, too, is it's so far down that the sensor's not even picking it up. Of course, it probably would pick it up if we were in a hover vessel. I'm sure we could maneuver the hover vessel and then just do a little hoppity doodle in there. But that's not ideal, though. Not an ideal scenario. So, I guess that means that we could extend the pad a little further this way, if we had to. You know, we never actually looked at turning it this direction. There's quite a bit of room out there, isn't there? Here, let's try that really quick. And then we got to wrap up this episode. I know we're going long here. Let's try that real quick. Oh, shit. Are we going to be able to get back in here? I think so. Oh! Didn't quite get there, did we? Okay, let's try this again. The ramp is pushing us back. Son of a gun. All right. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, not quite. We're gonna have to lay some more blocks down to get in there. There's no other way to get in the ship, unfortunately. All right, here, let's just temporarily put some blocks down here. Okay, now we should be able to get in. I never turned the thrusters off. Okay, so do we have room go this direction? Well, see, that still doesn't work because we can't unload over the bay door. We'll fall right down through. What if we turn this direction, though? Well, this doesn't work either because then the front end of the ship is blocking the bay door if we need to get out of the bay door. Okay. I still think the best orientation of the ship is this way. So we're just going to have to extend the pad, you know, further to the front, I think. Which we can do. Well, either further to the front or further to the back. Let's pull forward that way just a little more. So I think the ship stays here regardless. And then we just have to figure out which way we want to make the pads go. Where's the elevator? There it is. I mean, we could extend it out this way more. That way it's not potentially interfering with the tower, you know? I think I like that idea better. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, I'll probably just work on that off camera. So I think I'm going to extend this part of the pad out a little further, or at least, you know, maybe not the whole entire width of this, but enough of a little bit of a ramp to get up to the ramp of the capital vessel itself, and not extend it this way. So we're not potentially, you know, interfering with the construction of the tower later on. But we are out of time. So thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.